Have you heard of Hercules? He's like a disaster from heaven, became very depressed, thinking himself a useless monster, and wanted to rekindle hope. His adoptive parents finally chose to share their past story with a soul keepsake marked by a deity's symbol. Hercules visited Zeus' temple seeking answers to the gentleman mystery. After bidding farewell to his adoptive parents, Hercules journeyed alone to the temple, meeting all-powerful Zeus and asking earnestly. That moment, lightning struck, reviving a giant statue. Zeus saw his grown son, recounted his abduction, but couldn't restore his divinity. If Hercules wanted to return to Olympus and be a god, he had to become a true hero on Earth. With that, Zeus whistled for Philoctetes to accompany him. They soared over the seas, heading toward the light, ready to find the legendary hero training facility. But when they finally reached the destination, they found it was desolate, with only a few fairies frolicking by the lake, and a half-man, half-goat hiding. Surprisingly, this peeping Tom was none other than the once-renowned hero trainer Philoctetes, who had trained 17 famous heroes of ancient Greece, yet he thought they were all just... When Achilles appeared, Philoctetes trained him wholeheartedly. Achilles seemed invincible, yet his heel was his weakness. Ultimately, he crumbled due to that weakness, while the mentor's dreams were dashed by his own student. Philoctetes dreamed of molding an unparalleled hero, one who would not only be revered among mortals, but also praised by constellations. But dreams remained dreams. Achilles' failure crushed Philoctetes, who vowed not to teach again. To prove his uniqueness, Hercules lifted a giant UF and decided to throw it into the sky. Despite Hercules' immense strength, Philoctetes remained uninterested. Is this your dad? Zeus. Big boy, it's your father speaking. Little white-haired one, write a book for me. I'm your father. No joking, this is the truth. Please, Zeus Lightning proves Hercules' identity. Philoctetes saw hope in him and began training him rigorously. After his special training, Hercules progressed rapidly and finally could control his... However, this was just the first step in becoming a hero. Philoctetes planned to take him to the real world to test his training. On the way, they heard a cry for help, a girl caught by a centaur. Aspiring hero Hercules wouldn't miss this chance. Sir, I must ask you to put down that young lady. Don't move, little whitehead. But you're not. Are you the pressure, Dennis? I honor Dennis. I'm stressed. Can handle it. Have a nice day. Though Hercules thought the girl feared involvement. One punch sent the monster flying. Young Hercules, smitten, warped her uncontrollably toward her. Heroes have long been ensnared by beauty who'd expected so soon. She didn't thank him, warned she hated men, and left. Hercules wasn't going to give up easily and suggested that there might be other dangers in the forest. He offered to ride his horse and escort her. But to his surprise, Philoctetes was getting jealous, and the girl's confidence further captivated Hercules, who gazed longingly at her pound eomat at the letter 3ca, Cyrillic for rabies micro I, circumflex I, Cyrillic, not center, and retroflex a quarter W, ogrov eomat, acute, egrov acute, ogrov entilda, a circumflex acute, letter 3 fa, a half, or stroke 3, omat poundnet sign, ogrov a circumflex eomat, a circumflex letter 3ca, a tilde divide by band copyright, you grovia acute eomat copyright Armenians eomat times Cyrillic letter 4 FD letter 1 79 poundnet sign R a quarter acute et 12 eomat micro yenneget busy not science symbol 360 a took delta a 3/4 eomat or pound. To overthrow Zeus later, her plans were foiled by Hercules. The familiar name unsettled Hades, who then found his minion had deceived him. Hades wasn't going to allow any slip-ups in his plan. After all, Hercules was just a mortal running around. So she ordered Nera and the little demons to eliminate this busybody, as the security in Thebes was notoriously bad, with crime happening all the time. People here yearned for a hero to save them from wretched lives, but Hercules was unknown, and what's more, when they learned he was Philoctetes' apprentice. Both mentor and pupil were desperately in need of a chance to prove themselves, and at just the right moment Milo appeared. Before long, they arrived at a canyon, and the onlookers rushed to the scene. Everyone watched as Hercules effortlessly lifted a giant rock and freed two, with the applause growing increasingly louder and more intense. Hercules thought that being a hero was an effortless task. Little did he realize that everything was actually a cleverly designed trap set by Hades. It turned out that the giant rock was the seal of the Hydra. Before she could react, Hercules was swallowed whole by the giant snake. The crowd gasped, thinking her dead, but she burst out and severed the serpent's head. The crowd erupted in cheers for him, but the Hydra's wounds quickly healed, regrowing even more heads. With the help of Pegasus, Hercules launched a series of attacks, but he couldn't seem to kill the Hydra for good. As heads kept multiplying, he found himself in panic. He punched a mountain, burying him and the Hydra under rocks. The audience mourned the fleeting hero, but Hercules miraculously survived, and the crowd erupted in thunderous applause, finally acknowledging this hero. From that day on, Hercules became the top dog, but Hades frequently sent his minions to it, but he easily defeated them all, continuously vanquishing monsters to defend the city, his fame soaring as he gained both wealth and glory. People lined up endlessly to meet him, and even his parents in the countryside were living the good life thanks to him. Meanwhile, Hades was having a rough time. Eventually, he realized that brute force alone wouldn't do the trick. Need help. Maybe it is time to think up some new tactics. That's it. Hades got furious and decided to use Maia's charm to lure Hercules into revealing his weaknesses. Though Maia was unwilling, she sold her soul to save her boyfriend, yet he chased other women. From then onward, Maia found herself completely at the mercy of Hades, particularly after he presented her with conditions she simply couldn't turn down. Meanwhile, within the sacred confines of Zeus' temple, Hercules reported his achievements to his father. Zeus, pradia liget tilde, aeum letter 2e pand acutatil surelic letter 4e 3a letter 3ca restrain my crocus until oz 0 y cute o acute I circumflex aeum not signed tendo retroflex a quarter w o grave aeum letter 3ca pan gave him a reality check, stating externals don't make a true hero. He must look deeper. Hercules had everything but found himself still unhappy. After all his hard work, he realized he was completely off track.